There was no pause there.
I'm definitely going to leave that belch in, just so you
Wait,
know.
you're recording?
It's
No!
recording!
No!
Welcome back.
No, stop.
If it wasn't
Stop,
obvious,
stop,
today
stop.
we are going to be doing
Yeah,
something a little bit
Okay.
different.
No.
Okay, I need to just have a little fun for a second.
Oh, God. Damn it. Stop. No, let me get wood. Okay, don't take this out of context.
I'll let you do your thing in a second. Is this good? Is this a nice place to be?
I need to be next to the wood. Like, get me over to that tree.
We're just gonna hang out here for a second.
Ducky, I swear to God.
This is my wife, also known as Ducky. She's going to be playing a starring role in our next little adventure.
What are we doing today, Ducky?
So, we've decided,
We
have both decided, the two of us, that it would be really great to include me more in some of what Goose is doing. So I'm going to be doing half of the work by controlling the keyboard, the WASD, if you will.
Yes, controlling half of the game.
It's gonna go great. I have nearly 10 hours of Minecraft experience. I've used a keyboard before.
Yes, that is definitely a requirement.
So I think it's gonna go great.
Cool. All right. We need a new world. Your keyboard control.
Oh, yes. Let's see. What do I want to call it?
Ducky.
No, that's not right.
Careful what letter you put there.
Ducky, Goose, go on a date.
Aw, that's nice.
Well, that's not strangely parasocial at all. All right, cool. Now we need a seed. Actually, what? Yeah, I don't think we want any of this. What's the seed?
Seed?
Yeah, a random string of characters that changes the nature of the world and how it's created.
I got one.
Nope. We're good.
And there's the other shoe dropping right on time. So I should probably give you some context here. As mentioned, Ducky is controlling the keyboard right now, and I have the mouse. This is not really a supported kind of multiplayer experience, and as evidenced by my avatar doing an excellent impression of a particularly inebriated zombie, this control split is functionally incapable of doing anything other than stumbling around and running into things. Our goal is to beat the Ender Dragon. Well, that's my goal, at least. I think Ducky is mostly here to just mess with me.
I'll stop moving my viewing.
No.
Chicken. Fuck.
I can force you to the
wood. Get me to the chicken.
No.
Come on. There's trees by the chicken. Oh,
Okay, fine. Go to the chicken.
Hello. Hey!
Give me the chicken. We need some chicken. We need some dinner. Chicken dinner. No, damn it. Wood. Give.
Okay, we can get you by some wood.
I'm right next to it. I've been surrounded by wood for 3 minutes. Let me at it.
Thankfully, this control split is very much a mutually assured destruction kind of thing because Ducky gets motion sick, and I don't. So once she realizes that her ability to see in a straight line is contingent on my willingness to not escalate the situation, we get on our merry way. Eventually, we spawned in directly next to a tree, and it took 5 minutes to mine and pick up a single block of wood. I foresee many future complications.
And how do I get us out efficiently?
Hold space.
And you take care of it?
Hold
Okay.
space, and then F. Honestly, going F underwater basically always is good unless I'm trying to be real precise about something. Oh wait, apple. There we go, that's food. We can eat that.
Oh, we should get some snacks.
Yeah, I'm seeing some snacks right over there.
No, I meant like in real life. For the viewers at home.
We just
ASMR.
had... No. We just had an enormous breakfast. We do not need... I do not need snacks. Okay, we need to get moving. It's halfway through the day. So stop walking forward and jump.
Once basic tools are sorted, my next priority is food. Lots and lots of food. I've already beaten the modern Minecraft health regeneration mechanics are moronic horse into the subfloor by this point, but for once, being able to infinitely turn steak into health is actually pretty balanced for reasons that will become blindingly obvious here once night falls.
This is actually working out way better than I thought. This might be a one. Ah! Okay, this might be a one episoder.
I can do good work when I'm being compliant.
Okay, but how long is this gonna last? Let's be entirely realistic. Okay, stop running, and then shift me to the edge here.
Shift you to
Space
the
up
edge.
on this ledge, and then shift over. What do we got here?
To my surprise, simple 1 and 2 key control handling stuff like moving forward in a straight line ended up being pretty intuitive once we had a few minutes of practice with it. It wasn't super reliable, especially if Ducky didn't understand the context behind what I was doing, but navigating the map very quickly went from being an exercise in neurotic micromanagement to almost seamless once we had a clear goal laid out ahead of time. Once Ducky and I had mastered the secret technique of lateral movement, we quickly depopulated the rest of the island of wildlife and set our eyes on distant shores. Or, more specifically, what I thought was a shipwreck, but turned out to be a weird blob of dirt. This is the first of what will be many, many visibility problems in this video. Hopefully you won't be affected by them as much because I'm going to do my best to edit them out in post, but visibility throughout this entire recording is gonna suck for Ducky and I. I don't often play vanilla-ish Minecraft anymore, but when I do, I usually patch out all of the aesthetic atmospheric junk that gets in the way of being able to actually interact with the game. I haven't done that here, largely so I can get Ducky used to the out-of-the-box experience before moving on to something a bit more, better. And as a consequence, we spend a good half of the game being functionally blind, because the first sign of a good game is when the game makes it uncomfortable and inconvenient to play the game. Yeah. So anyway, the only mod I'm running is one that disables the probably illegal and definitely non-consensual telemetry collection that Microsoft crammed down people's throats in 1.13, but that has precisely zero effect on gameplay, so this is, in all practical purposes, a vanilla run.
Yeah, I put on the no telemetry mod. I really should have gone with a Fulbright mod or something, because it is going to be impossible to see anything. Do we want to take out that spider? Maybe do some fishing?
Speaking of being functionally
Spider?
blind,
Yeah, there's a spider
night
over
falls,
there.
and we
That's
haven't
kinda
found
odd
any
as hell.
sheep yet.
Yeah, let's
The
do
smart thing to
that,
do here
and
would be to
then
wait it
not
out.
even get out
The
of
only
the boat.
mobs we care about are Endermen, and they do enough damage that we can't face them head on without better gear, so there is literally 0 point in fighting at night. Naturally, we decide to do the opposite.
You
Where
can't get out of
am I?
this. You can't get out of this. Back us out.
Okay.
Turn right. Run at the spider. Run away from the spider. Away from the spider. You can't back up in a boat. You can't back up in a boat. Out to water. We're safe out in the water. All the way out in the water.
This obviously does not go well. Boats don't come with a reverse option, but it doesn't occur to me to mention that fact to Ducky, and the ensuing miscommunication dropped us to half a heart and saw us fleeing into the ocean to escape a single spider. Combat is going to be a problem. Things actually go fairly well from here. We get some food, do some caving, and are about ready to enter the nether when this happens.
Alright, take two, because somebody, by which I mean me, paused the recording and lost a third of the footage. Alright, hello. What are we
Hello.
doing today? Ducky?
Yeah, that was like an hour of footage that we lost. We restarted the run. And then, of course, we messed it up again, though in our defense, I'm fairly certain what happened is that Ducky accidentally hit a keybind.
We're doing it again!
We're doing it again. Okay, so you gotta. We have to show the progression of my anger. We're spending time together now, whether we like it or not.
Oh boy, I sure love spending time with Ducky. Alright, this is cursed. Moving on. New world. Ducky.
Wait, no. Go back. I haven't finished my thought. Ducky, Goose, spend time.
So yeah, we restarted again.
Is that okay?
That's fine. Alright. Seed.
Can you look away?
I can.
Okay.
You are a mature and adult human being.
I am.
Yes, you are. Okay,
Oh,
cool.
pretty.
Another excellent start.
An excellent start. I'm so
Let's
excited.
make sure the recording is running.
So excited to see what the next
Mush.
one's gonna look like.
Mush. Mush. not too much mush.
Oh yay, trees. I sure have missed trees.
Oh,
You're gonna have a fun time editing this and portraying the story.
I don't know how I'm gonna edit it.
Bird.
Bird.
Can we kill it?
Yes.
Can we just... I'm feeling just violent.
By the third attempt, Ducky had started exhibiting trollish behavior and was insisting that I collect random flowers and seeds before she would allow me to perform basic actions.
Alright, we need
Flower.
food.
A flower for my flower. Crit the
We
melons.
don't no, we don't need to crit the melons.
I'm just a little watermelon. Don't include that.
I absolutely will include that.
No.
Yes.
It's angered, whatever that is. What is it?
That's a cocoa pod?
This ultimately metastasized into an unhealthy obsession with Cocoa Pods, and from then on I was forced to collect any Cocoa Pod that I walked
I'm
too
not
close to.
really in love with the food options that I'm seeing here.
Why are you going this way?
Why are you going this way? Walk forward.
No, I want...
What are you doing?
I want the things on the trees.
The cocoa pods?
Yes.
We don't need cocoa pods. This stuff is literally useless.
It has a use.
It's not for me, not right now.
And when I say forced, I mean quite literally forced. Ducky would randomly switch which movement key she was using to shove me towards them if I looked away from them, and it was basically impossible to do anything within 10 blocks of the things for the rest of the run. Night falls on our third world soon after, again, and this time without any large bodies of water nearby to flee to, our complete inability to engage in fair combat starts being a problem. To be clear, this was not Ducky's fault, it's just the nature of how the game works. The motion vector the WASD keys impart on your movement is relative to where you're looking, and in order to hit things, you kind of have to be looking at them. And when you combine this with the half second of latency or so that comes from having to call out movement orders, any sort of advanced melee combat ends up looking like a slapstick comedy routine being carried out by two extremely sozzled clowns. The only solution we found that was any sort of reliable was standing still or walking forwards at a constant rate, and leaning hard on shields to block hits rather than evade them.
We got a problem. Just kill it, just kill it, just kill it. Up, 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 up. Just keep walking, walking, walking. Alright. Okay, nope, we keep walking this way. That's great. Okay, stop and we'll just kill the spider. And the zombies.
Combat still sucked, obviously, but if nothing else, it proved that 1.8 combat mechanics are good for something, and that something is fighting with one hand. Why the devs thought this was a necessary addition to the game, I will leave for you to determine. Day 2 is devoted to more food collection and smelting, because dying is bad. This isn't a hardcore run, but we are quite a ways away from spawn. Ducky has trouble navigating grocery stores, and her Cocoa Pod antics had thoroughly scrambled my sense of direction about 30 seconds in, so we are both well and truly lost by this point. Add onto this the general inability to engage in combat, and I very quickly realized that the only thing keeping us from being turned into fine pate by the local wildlife and having to start over was carrying an all-you-can-eat barbecue buffet in our pockets, and I wanted some insurance.
Let's collect you some weed seeds. I don't know why.
So, Goose, what is the deal with airline food?
We've done this bit before.
I didn't watch that video.
Okay, pretend you're an airline. I can't believe I'm reusing bits. It hasn't even been a year yet. Pretend you're an airline, right?
Yep. Delta. Ugh.
You need a food that is shelf stable,
Mhm.
that is easily served and eaten and prepared with a minimum of mess and a minimum of utensils
Mhm.
at a very high altitude.
Mhm.
So, cramped conditions, taste buds are going to be off, everything. That has to be vaguely palatable and inoffensive to nearly every culture under the sun. Oh, and not prone to causing allergic reactions in any subset of your populace. So, no wheat, no eggs, no gluten, no nuts, no nothing. Like, it's kind of a miracle that airline food is edible at all, honesty.
Ducky, meanwhile, had other ideas, so while I was hunting down anything that made the unfortunate mistake of breathing and being made out of meat in a 500 block radius, she was doing other things, like making me collect wheat seeds and go on tangents about airline food. Once she had finished degrassing the nearby jungle, and I had finished storing the contents of an average Texan supermarket in our protein pouch, Ducky and I turned to the wonderful fun and games that is caving. Water caves are obviously right out. Them not having mobs and being easily navigable is a major plus, but swimming in caves is pretty dangerous in and of itself if you have the physical dexterity of a stoned walrus, and, as mentioned earlier, we are blind, and strip mining takes forever, so the only good option is to explore conventional caves and hope the contents of my closet aren't feeling too feisty today.
This is fine. There's a ledge here. Walk forward slow. Forward slow.
Trying to go forward.
Jump.
Oh, well, you didn't.
Where's the zombie? There it is. Alright. Okay, perfect. They're fighting each other. Walk us forward slow. Accuracy. Forward. Slow. Stop. You know what? That works.
Right next to our rotten floor.
Yes. Cave cookies made with bones and rotten meat. All right.
And love.
And love. Alright, out. They're not even cooked, actually, so technically speaking, they're more like
Just like
raw
raw dough.
wheat biscuit. Well, there's no water. We just have literally dry
Where am I
wheat
going?
berries, and we're waiting on the iron to sell. And nothing else.
Alright, I also had to promise to make Ducky cookies so she would stop making me collect wheat seeds. I already had, like, a solid quarter of our inventory devoted to random food items that I never ended up eating, so this was an entirely pointless exercise on a gameplay level, but it did get her off my back long enough to finish getting the iron I needed, and that was invaluable. The real challenge of runs like this isn't the split controls, it's keeping your partner from messing with you, and I would have happily eaten nothing but cookies for the rest of the run if it meant getting a cooperative Ducky in return.
Do you need this stuff?
That's redstone. No, I don't think so. Creeper, we're gonna tank it. Ah, hello. Okay, yeah, there's some diamond. Grab that iron real quick. Secure the area. There's a bucket of lava, but that doesn't really help much.
With the absolute bare minimum of armor starting to assemble itself, our next task is to delve deeper in search of diamonds, which is a bit of a weird choice, given that better armor doesn't do anything in the dragon fight. Crystal explosions either happen at range or are occluded by block faces, dragon breath is magic damage, endermen are naturally passive, and the melee attack from the dragon doesn't do any direct damage at all, it just flings you. So, contrary to conventional Minecraftian expectations, the only defense you need in the dragon fight is a bucket of water and a steady hand. Which is weird, considering it's supposed to be the final fight of the game, but sure. The problem is we still have to get there, and well, on my own, I would probably be fine nether hopping in my birthday suit. Ducky and I combined are about as coordinated as a punch-drunk hippopotamus at a rave party. This is something of a calculated risk. The game is on hard, so one bad creeper detonation will quite happily ignore any amount of iron armor that we have equipped, but by that same token, not having better armor is pretty much guaranteed to earn us a high temperature power nap if we so much as sneeze wrong at a bit of lava, and I'm more scared of our clumsiness than I am of creepers, so deeper we go.
I would like to get enough iron for an anvil, but I suppose it doesn't actually matter all that much. Unless I'm not going to be stacking protection enchantments, really.
Conveniently for us, caves and cliffs made diamonds substantially easier to get a hold of in bulk as long as you're willing to humor the game's obsession with cave diving for them, so getting a full set of diamond gear, a pick, and the stuff for an enchanting table takes like 40 minutes tops. And a fair portion of that was either digging for obsidian or taking a pit stop on the surface to resupply on torches. Speaking of which, it's still dark. Have I mentioned that? Yeah, torches are another one of those things that I normally never bother with because cranking my gamma up 10,000% is faster, cheaper, and doesn't take up inventory space or cause eye trauma every time I try to look at something further than 5 blocks away from me, but I guess we're really going back to basics here. Next up, I will be making a terrible little dirt hole to survive the night in and running in terror at the sounds of sheep.
What are we doing?
We're building the nether portal. We're going to hell! Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum-bum. Alright, let's
We'll
check
take some
E.
raw mutton with us or whatever. Rotting flesh.
Rotten flesh. E, please. Alrighty.
Hey. Saw
Anyway. What do we need? We need, like, 8 blaze rods and as many ender pearls as we can get. That's really about it. This is going to be a little bit dangerous. So, fingers crossed. Alright.
Okay. I get nachos if I do well.
Yes.
Thank
We will get Ducky for nachos. Yep. Alright. Oh, perfect. That's a warped forest right there. Can you walk me out of the portal here? Run, run, run. This way. Stop. Cool. That's perfect. Lava.
you. I
Great.
don't like it here.
No?
First impressions.
First impressions. Not a fan.
Bad.
Alright, hit F3 for me, please.
If you ignore for the moment Ducky's entirely understandable pessimism, this was an almost perfect nether spawn. You can't see it right now, but we are sitting directly on top of a buried nether fort. This is the best case scenario for a fort to spawn in because it helps funnel the swarms of wither skeletons and blazes that normally show up in a no movement required way, and it eliminates the gas problem entirely. Right next door to the fort is a warped Nylium forest that is floating over a very large lake of lava, and this combination has the convenient effect of both limiting the mob spawning pool to Endermen and concentrating the spawns into areas that I can glare menacingly at for easy pearl collection. Really, there's just one problem, and that is the spawn's complete and utter lack of OSHA compliance. As is typical for any nether adventure, the world generator neglected to provide amenities such as handrails, stairs, and emergency lighting, in favor of angry sentient rocket launchers, open concept fire pits, and giant death traps, and also lava buried in the walls, so doing anything is gonna take a little while. In response to these many various and sundry hazards, the name of the game here is Tunnel Rats. Lava pockets are annoying, and calling 811 before you dig is not an option in hell, but as long as you don't run headlong into freshly excavated bits of your own
So
tunnel, the
this
pockets
one
won't
here is
spread fast
friendly.
enough to be a threat.
Those are friendly
As
as
opposed
long
to
as we don't
bridging, which is basically
irritate
just a
them.
Darwin Award speedrun strategy where you have
Much.
2 people controlling the
Let's
game at
walk
once.
forward.
We tried this exactly once,
want
messed
me
it
to
up
walk
after
onto
the
this
first
E?
block we placed, and never tried it again.
Alright, we can go to the end of that little branchy thing, but be careful of gaps. Mostly I'm worried about ghasts, so I might have to turn around and start sprinting. Alright, so you're going to hold shift and walk backwards.
Oh yes, I remember this mechanic. Oh,
Walk up, jump. Up.
thought I was holding shift.
You were clearly not.
Well, my finger was on the button.
Forward. We're just gonna
Also,
dig
be careful.
forward.
Be careful when you bring me forward and you are also moving the direction I'm going in.
Yeah, okay. Fair shot. So we're following that cliffside around. I'm just gonna dig a little hole out, and we're gonna be little tunnel rats.
I like rats. Especially tunnel rats.
You gotta use the D key.
I do not want to. I have grown very
Stop.
accustomed to W.
Let's go.
Speaking of rats, wasn't there a cartoon rat named W or something? You know what I'm talking about?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Someone does. They can translate that. if you include this exciting bit of tunnel
Don't
digging.
get too aggressive here, because we might run into lava. Actually, no, I should be near the edge. Alright, forward. Yeah, see that sound? That's the bad sound. That's the sound of we need to run, because I cannot effectively stop. I might be able to snipe it. Yeah, there we go.
That's no bueno.
No bueno. They shoot fireballs, and while I can counter shoot them with a bow, I don't want to try when...
So I need to have my finger on the F key.
No, you just honestly just walk. The fireballs are slow, it's just that I can't strafe them, and I can't counter shoot them if I'm moving, because moving adds velocity to the arrow. Stop. Okay, so we want to be inside. Forward. Keep going forward. This should... yeah. So forward to the edge there. We need a way in. It's not going to cause...
death.
that. Yes, forward. Alright, forward to the edge there. And shift me to the edge. Yeah. Alright,
Whoa,
okay.
what just happened there?
I just blocked lava off.
Oh! Okay, so I can go.
You can go. Alright, stop. There are nasty, dangerous things called wither skeletons that do very large amounts of armor-penetrating damage thanks to a wither effect. We will want to run from those, but they can't go under 2-block-high shafts.
But we're short.
We're short, so we're just going to do a little exploring. Let's walk this way. Perfect. This is what we want to hear. Walk forward a bit. There's stairs here. We're going up the stairs. Jumpy jump. Jumpy jump. Stop. Stop.
Yep. The luck just keeps on getting better. You saw that right. The first thing we found when we got into the fort proper was a fully enclosed blaze spawner 20 blocks from our entry point. Blaze rod farming was a tad bit slow because I was being exceedingly careful to not get us caught on fire, but once you have the spawner blocked off, blazes are basically harmless, so that was easy enough to get working. Ender Pearl collection, on the other hand, was a cat of a different color.
I don't see a single Enderman.
Is that going to be a problem?
Yeah. F3 for a second. They're here. Alright.
Fancy clouds.
F3 plus G.
Whoa, two at once?
No, G. G. No, just G. Okay, so it's not G. Is it F3 plus B? Which is the one that shows hitboxes? F3B? G? Un-G? F3 plus G, sorry. Now just F3. Now E. No, it's not that one.
Are you listing all
E.
of the things on the keyboard?
G. Let's walk me back up here.
What other letters you
Is
want
it
to
F? Try F3 plus H. No. For crying out loud. Hang on a second. Let me steal this.
Cheating! Cheating in the challenge run. He is touching the keyboard.
Hitboxes. B. There we go. Alright, that should, like, maybe help a little bit with spotting the things, because now we're going to have an ugly white box around it. Yeah, there we go. Okay,
Challenge
walk
run
forward.
failed.
It's not cheating, it's part of the debug settings. No, don't bother. He'll come to us. Yep, walk forward. Hello, friend.
Hello.
I've come to smack you. And,
Have you heard the good word about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ?
Okay, can we... Oh, you remember that jumping thing? Let's do that. Just start spamming jump under a 2-block high structure. Stop. I thought I killed that one. At least he gave me an ender pearl. Alrighty, hit E.
We need more watermelon.
No, we need more shield. Or I need to start being really careful.
Can
Alright.
we make a shield?
Not
Ours
without
looks like
iron.
crap.
Not without iron.
As it turns out, Endermen can put out quite a lot of damage when they want to, and combat just straight up trashed my shield before we even got a tenth of the pearls that I wanted. The solution is to not fight them outright, but that has different consequences, in the form of Ducky getting bored, which is honestly more dangerous than the Endermen are.
I've also been very far away from the microphone, but my commentary has not been riveting.
No, 90% of this is just going to be cut, honestly.
Yeah.
This is not the most entertaining of the part of the game. All right, stop.
Really? I've been having a great time.
Well, that makes one of us.
It makes 0 of us.
Either way, we finish up before Ducky starts getting too antsy, so nothing comes of it. And now we just have to escape with our goodies.
Stop. Up one more. Walk forward. There we go. And out the portal.
All in all, whole Nether adventure was not too bad, and that is the most dangerous part of the run done, so things are looking up. Now that I don't need to carry around quite so much potentially useful garbage, I can start picking up the last bit of kit that I need for the dragon fight, which is really just some more feathers. Like I mentioned earlier, better gear does not make any real difference in the dragon fight, and all you need to do is blow up or outdamage the crystals and have enough food to not starve to death. I opted for arrows since they're cheap and convenient, but a bucket of water and a backpack of steak was already more than sufficient. Plus, it let Ducky get the Goonies out before having to focus on anything again. Well, mostly.
Ducky? Doesn't help that they like to hide in the grass.
Combat challenge for Goose.
It's not even a fair combat challenge. The stupid things like to live in the grass. It's just written into their code. They will preferentially find a spot with grass and to hide. F3. And walk forward. Okay, F3. Let's go. Why are you like this? Walk straight. This is why I have to have so many extra ender eyes. I could do this with one if I could just walk in a straight line. Boingy, 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 boingy.
We're off to see the wizard.
Run. Sprint. Hold the sprint button. Hold the sprint button. Hold the sprint.
I am.
Remember when I was joking about how I should have made a dirt hole and hid in it? Yeah, it turns out that whole no sleeping thing was a less than wise decision on my part.
You can stop holding the sprint button, it's just a spider. E. Sprint. Sprint. Alright.
Got rid of my dandelion.
Yes, I did. Stop. Alright, what is wrong with this witch? Knock it off. Alright, sprint. We do not... Okay, the sad part is we actually could win this. Alright, turn around. Stop. For crying out loud, run! That is the obnoxious witch. We need to take the witch out first. Nope, just run. I'm done with this.
I'm pretty good at evading. I'll help you evade any day.
Well, we have a slowness effect, because witches are obnoxious.
That was unnecessary.
Up. Yep. Stop. Alright. See that witch? Run up to it and smack it in the face. Ignore the skeleton. Back it. I'll take that. Alright. Honestly, let's just get in the water. Walking like normal because we are about to die. I hate witches. Yeah, just sprint into the water. Sprint. F, F, F. Such an obnoxious mechanic. You too can enjoy the wonders of a steak eating competition. Alright, F3. Good news is we're about where we want to be, honestly. It's going to be around here somewhere-ish. E and F3. Get out of E and then F3, sorry. F3. And E. Oh wait, E again. We got incoming. Ah, for crying out loud. World's stupidest game mechanic incoming right here.
What's this?
These are phantoms. These are the wonderful creatures that the dingbats at Minecon voted into the game. They are the only mob. Okay, not the only, but the only hostile mob that players regularly interact with that can spawn in the middle of an atmosphere with no way to limit them whatsoever, except an obtuse mechanic that no one ever uses. Truly the pinnacle of excellent game design. Now we have to deal with them because we don't have a bed. This is what happens when 5-year-olds vote at the Minecon convention. Actually, no, come to think of it, this is what happens when 5-year-olds are given creative access to Minecraft source code. Alright, scooch you forward a bit.
You might say I have some opinions about phantoms. Ducky, of course, was absolutely over it by this point.
Keep going. What are you doing? Ducky? Come on, let's go! Are you getting motion sick yet?
No. My eyes are closed.
Come on, let's go. You're the one who wanted to finish this up. What are you doing? Oh, wait, hold up. E? We don't need 2 sticks. There we go. Okay.
Thank you. Oh, I can get more.
Yeah. We can get more. If we got 1, we may as well have a stack. We are easily distracted here at
Picking
Cusco.
flowers.
Once I'd satiated her need to pick up random pieces of foliage, we got on our way again, and by late afternoon on the same day, arrived at where the stronghold should be.
Should be right around here. Let me up. Yep, there we go.
And after a bit of digging, found something completely different.
We turn the volume up. Oh wait, no, we literally just found it. Forward.
Suspicious.
Oh wait. Wait, what? This isn't what I want at all. No, this is a trial dungeon.
So a little bit more digging was required, but we did get there, eventually. Congratulations, Ducky and Goose. You found the stronghold.
Alright, yep. Down, down, down. Now we have to explore this piece of junk. Carefully. Very carefully.
This is the first time that Ducky has seen a stronghold, and to the surprise of absolutely no one, she was not very impressed.
You know, at least the dungeons in, like, Skyrim have stuff. Better not be another useless staircase to nowhere.
Nope, it leads somewhere. Collect a lot of doors, at least.
Thank the Lord.
Wouldn't do to run out of doors.
I frequently walk around, man, forgot my door today.
Someone needs to have a deep and meaningful discussion about interior design with these people.
There's no design, there's just endless interior.
Exactly. Okay, there's nothing here either.
And not open concept at all. That lady from HGTV would hate this.
Please do not hug the spiders. Wow, okay, great. That's useless. Grab, please.
Just gonna have a breakdown right here.
Come on! Trust me, this is nowhere near as bad as it could be.
If I had a sense of direction, I would be having so many opinions right now.
What do you mean having so many opinions?
I'd be backseat driving, but I have no idea where we're going at all. I don't know
We're
where if
just
we've
doing
been
a
somewhere before. It all looks the same.
yeah, we're just doing a depth recursion.
Naturally, the portal ended up being in the entirely opposite side of the stronghold, right next to where we came in at, which was, of course, the last spot that I checked.
Alright. Well, either way, the dragon fight isn't terribly dangerous as long as I don't do anything cripplingly stupid and you remember to dodge the dragon spit, so we should be good. Hop on in.
So, am I gonna be in control of like moving side to side?
You shouldn't really need to move much, if at all. It's a dragon.
What's this one?
This is what?
You said there were two scenarios.
This one is the first, but it usually spawns entirely encased if it spawns encased at all. Alright, let's see. Wow, end fog is a real pain in the butt. Up we go. Cool. Alright, hold still.
We aren't in any real danger here, unless the dragon yeets our gear into the void, so the strategy is slow and steady.
There we go. Run, please. Good. Yep, let's go right to the center here. Da, 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 da. Alrighty. So that's too high, that's too high. Take out that one, let's run over here. Yeah, see those? We don't want those to hit us. They do bad things. That's good enough. Been a while since I shot these out. Alrighty. Run. You're good. Okay, now we need to go take out this. So there's going to be a corner. Oh, hold up. Sorry, bud. Let's go hug that pillar. Also, if we get flung into the air, your job is to remain perfectly still and look down unless we're over the void, in which case fly up, jump, jump, jump. In which case, just run as close as you can towards the whatever. Alright, walk us forward. Just a bit. A little more. Off the edge. Off the edge. Off the edge. Forward. Thank you. Alright. Let's go that way. Alright, go to the butt. Sprint, sprint, sprint. No jumping. Just walk in and stop. Into the pit, sorry. Now jump. And jump. Keep going. Yeah, okay, too many crystals. Walk that side. Jump out. Out of the pit. Yeah, okay. Thought I could out DPS him. Not likely to happen. Alright, stop. Let's see. Okay. Do we want to wait until this thing's done? I think he's going to take off right towards us. Yeah, we're going to wait. Alright, same drill. Jump, jump, jump. Ignore the angry Enderman. And stop. And walk off the edge. Out we go. That way. So those need to go. So I'll walk this way. And that'll do. Stop. Down on that. And jump, jump, jump. And keep jumping. Oop, hi there, bud.
Sorry.
Stupid inaccurate arrows. Okay. Actually, that's perfect.
Thank you. What just happened?
I'm blowing up the crystals. Ah, these things have random spread. I hate this. And I think I'm still too low. Oh. I think we've overstayed our welcome. Walk off. Walk off. Alright, let's go. Now don't think I got that one. Alright, stop. We're just gonna watch the dragon and see where the crystals are showing up. Yeah. Alright, time to go. Up, out, up, out. Yikes, that stuff hurts. Alright, stop. Bugger off. I said bugger off. Off, 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 off. Sprinty sprint. Let's just get some movement on us. I think that's all the crystals, which means I'm either schizophrenic or I just don't know how to catch a 12, which is a distinct possibility in both scenarios, actually. Grab that, let's go. We're just gonna hang out. Keep running. Okay, you're good. We're just gonna hang out here and wait to see when he starts healing. Which is apparently never. Guy's impossible to spot in this gloom, tell you what. Used to be able to just plink him constantly. I can barely even trace him now, except for the wings.
How are we gonna kill him?
I'm gonna shoot him in the face 37 times, or he's gonna land and then I'm gonna spank him. Case in point, he's landing.
So it's just like...
Yes. Okay, run that way. And then go around to the butt. Like all boss mobs, the dragon is vulnerable from the butt. Jump and stab. Stop. Alright, out we go. Stop moving.
So you wanted lots of arrows because you're not a good aim.
I'm actually really quite excellent at shooting, but it's been so long since... Okay, run, run, run. It's been so long since I've actually had to fight this thing straight up that I forget how fast it is. Stop. And jump and stab. Normally I just stab it in the butt because it's so much faster.
And more fun.
And more fun.
Okay, we're making some
Down.
progress.
On that side? Nope. That side. Jump and stab. Always stab the butt, otherwise you get launched.
Run.
Nah, we're good. Yeah, it's coming back to me now. Ah, you went through the post. Get over here. Stop hiding behind the post.
What
I'm getting
coward.
amalgaliched all over again. And my bow's gonna go here in a second. Not amalgalich, what was it? Spider boss. Asmodeus. There we go.
Those were so many
Run.
words.
Jump and run. Sprint, sprint, sprint. Okay, we're good. And I guess I could just start popping shots. It does not matter if I miss, really. Yeah, E. Next. Run. We're good. Plus, I'm so used to aiming with my legs by, like, moving my body to do precision aiming that honestly just using the mouse feels weird. You want to go chase down the stupid lizard?
Are you still referring to the dragon?
Yeah. Alright, that's good. Come on, get down here. Would you please stop? Thank you. Alright, run and stab. Thanks for nothing, you useless reptile. We want to be out of this.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's gonna whine and complain and moan. Do you want the egg?
Yeah.
And there you have it. One dead dragon. As always, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.
Are you good?
I feel pretty supported.
Well, I should hope so. You forced me to deploy an entire armchair.
So, number one on my list of things that I've done to force Goose to spend time with me and also make his life more difficult today.
I believe the phrase you're looking for is living hell, but we're used to
I
that.
forced him to rearrange his entire desktop and recording setup to accommodate my desire to have a reclining chair for this entire recording, despite the fact that we do have other much easier to accommodate
We have an
chairs
entire
available.
4 set of dining chairs that would work perfectly fine
Oh, yes.
with no modification.
And we've used them before, but I figure I'm going to be here for quite a while, and I'd like to be comfortable.
I mean, if nothing else, we did discover the loo roll tech, which is something that I might unironically steal moving
This is
forward.
actually great.
For context, I don't know if I'm going to have a picture of it. The microphone is currently sitting on an entire roll of toilet paper because we cannot find anything else in the house that will hold it.
This is definitely an engineer solution to the problem.
In my defense, we're not even going to have time to talk about the game at this point. In my defense, toilet paper is an excellent motion absorbing material.
Oh, yes.
Like, it's not going to vibrate, it's not going to shake. We aren't really going to be doing anything to the table that would cause it to. But you're not going to get weird feedback. Like, I'm shaking the roll of toilet paper and the microphone just doesn't care. It's unironically just a good solution. It also looks so ghetto. There you go, go grab it. E. Ta-da! 1 dragon egg.
Now 37 more, right?
Not in this version, thankfully. Hop on in. We won. We're done. Yep.
Hooray!
Huzzah.
Can you insert some celebratory music? Or I can sing some. Join me in a duet of celebratory music.
Do I get a key?
Do...
Perfect. I love it. Yes.
Do...
Do.
Go up a half step. Do... There you go.
No thanks.
Minecraft.
Do you have anything to say? Do you have anything to do? Any wise words to offer the audience? Are we going to do this again and flip the roles? Please no.
Where are my flowers?
There. Oh, right. Hang on. We have to go plant the flowers in the ant. Thank you for reminding me.
That's what I've been trying
All
to
right,
do
let's go.
this whole
Shut up.
time. And he has me doing these random other
Let's
things.
go. Shut up. Quit your whining. We're gonna plant your flowers now. Come on.
Where?
In the ant. All right. Anyway, are we gonna do this again?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know.
Wonderfully committal. This is the reliability that my channel was founded upon.
This took so many hours.
Okay, escape. Hold that thought. I'm gonna put a pin in that.
This took...
This took precisely 4.02 hours in this one world. So probably closer to about 6. This did not take that many hours.
That's a lot.
That's
you know
not
what else
many.
I could be doing in that time?
That, it took me that long to get like
I
a
could
platform in
I
New
could
Horizons.
eat 2 meals. I
You did
could
that
eat-
during the recording. That was in no way an inconvenience.
Any parting words?
None that are polite enough to share with the general audience.
Well, we'll leave it at
This
that.
is fun.
We've spent time
We
together.
spent time together.
We've had quite
And we didn't kill each other.
We've had quite an adventure putting this together.
Yeah. Oh well, such is life.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, are we good?
We're good.
Cool. Get me out of here.
Oh, I still have to keep it.